Oh, well, did you hear that? The great outdoors is calling us. But are you prepared to have a great experience? Here to help us prepare for our outdoor trip, Dan Epstein with Champaign Surplus. Thanks for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
This is the most comfortable I've ever been, is sitting here in one of your fine sleeping bags. And I gotta say, I don't know if it's super flattering on my hips, but what do you think?
I think it looks great.
Thank you. Well, let's talk about this one first. We're talking Memorial Day is kind of a big day for sleeping bags.
It is. It's a time when people are going camping, and some people are either they're going car camping where they're going to park and they're going to camp right next to their car, or where they're taking on bigger, more elaborate backpacking trips. And the sleeping bag is definitely the key item that people always ask about.
Right, because that will ruin your camping trip if you're not getting a good night's sleep.
It will, absolutely. If you don't have a good night's sleep, it makes everything much harder.
Perfect. So, okay, what do we have here? This is comfy.
So what we have here, this is a 20-degree bag. That's a down bag. And so the first thing you have to ask yourself is where you're going to be going and what the temperatures are going to be.
Okay.
And so all the sleeping bags are rated for temperature. So if you're going to be going somewhere warmer, there's 40-degree bags, 45-degree bags. If you're going to be going somewhere really cold, you can go all the way down to a 0-degree bag.
I see. So this is going to keep me toasty?
This will keep you toasty. It's rated to 20 degrees, so anytime in the summer when you get temperatures down into the 40s or the 30s, even at night, this will keep you nice and warm.
All right, so this one was cool because the one right next to me here, this has the option of maybe if you're going with a, how should we phrase that? I'll let you phrase it.
I'll let you phrase it.
No, I'm digging myself a hole, and I'm done doing that. So, but basically, we could fit 2 people in here because we can zip them together.
Correct. Okay. So each bag is an individual sleeping bag by itself, but you can also, if you want, you can zip 2 bags together, and then you've got one big sleeping bag.
And the advantage there,
fit into.
yeah, it's going to be super warm because now you have extra body heat.
Right.
Right?
Right.
Let's leave it at that. Now, what are you sitting on here?
So I'm sitting on, it's a bag similar to what you've got, except it's made with different material. So the bag that you have is made with down, and so it's got feathers in it. This is the same bag that's made with synthetic material. So it's the difference between down and synthetic. This is a little bit heavier bag. So if you're going to be backpacking, you may not want to necessarily use this bag. You might want to use the one that you're in because it's a little bit lighter. And it also, with synthetics, if they get wet, they'll still retain heat. So they'll still be able to help you stay warm, whereas a down bag, when it gets wet, will not really help keep you warm.
So really, again, it's all about what do you plan to do with your bag. So then we have this one. This is a limited edition.
So this is a limited edition bag, and these bags actually are made by Marmot. It's called a Plasma 15. It's a 15-degree bag, and it's so difficult to manufacture these, and the material's so hard to come by. They actually, I don't know if you can see this, but they're actually individually numbered each season, and they can make about 500 of them.
So this is for the serious...
This is the serious backpacker. I used one of these on Mount Rainier, and there were 2 of us in a tent, and we each had one of these, and we actually had to open the tent because it was too warm at night.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So
yeah. Well, that's
they're
good.
Incredibly warm.
Yeah, well, that sells it. So, okay, let's move on. We have 1 minute left, so we have plenty to cover. On the floor, that's going to make this floor comfortable to sleep on, hopefully.
Right. So the important part about a sleeping bag is you also want to make sure that you have the right pad that goes with it. And there's all, again, just like sleeping bags, there's lots of different ranges of pads that you can use. The pad underneath, the dark green, is, again, for the person who might be camping right where they're parking. They're not worried about weight. It's really comfortable. It's got a hand pump, so you actually don't need to blow into it. You can just pump it up, and it's very easy to use. The other pad actually has areas cut out, and this is for really someone who's going very serious backpacking and is really worried about weight. And actually, anywhere where you don't really need the pad, they actually cut out.
I see.
And as you lay in the pad, it'll cradle around you.
Oh, Matt, do you want to be a model? This is great. We'll get Matt Metcalf. Oh my gosh. Wow. I don't know about that angle, but thank you so much. All right, let's get off. Thank you. All right, moving on. You want a sleeping bag, Matt? You look very
I know. That one, this might be a little warm for me.
So, okay, what do we have up here then?
So what we have, we brought some examples of just how small some of these will pack down.
Got it. So this is all. These are all sleeping bags.
This is a sleeping bag. This is one of the pads. So you can see as you start to put a sleeping bag and pad together, and if you're going backpacking, you can really save a lot.
I could carry that.
Right.
And I'm not in good shape. So this is
there
good.
you go.
Yeah. Well, Brian, thanks so much for coming in. It's Champaign Surplus. They got you covered, really, for whatever your camping trip is. So please visit them. You can call their number, which is on the screen right there. Thanks again, Dan. Champaign Surplus. Matt, what's going on? You look very relaxed.
It was a very relaxing little nap I had, and it looks so comfortable. Man, camping ain't what it used to be, that's for sure.